third down.
Good evening from North High School. Time Warner Cable presents the high school football game of the week on CNN SI Channel 52, exclusively from Time Warner Cable, Bakersfield's local cable company. I'm Mark Heffernan. Tonight, the Stars will host the Foothill Trojans at a non-conference matchup, the first game of the season, and we have beautiful weather in store for us as we begin the 1998 season. The Foothill Trojans are coached by Ned Permetta, the North High Stars by Jack O'Brien. My brother Dennis Heffernan is joining me on the field now with a conversation with head coach Jack O'Brien of North High School.
For North High, how does the team look this year?
You know, we've got a big squad this year. The kids have really practiced well. Probably as good as attitude as we've ever had out of any of our kids is work ethic. You know, how good we are, we'll find out in about 15 minutes when we line up against Foothill.
You know, this year in the Southwest Assembly League, you've got Stockdale, who seems to be improved. Of course, Centennial's very good, and even South High seems to be improved. So it's going to be a very competitive conference.
Yeah, it always has been, and we wouldn't think it'd be anything different.
Right, and you're going to try to, you got a big team this year, you're going to try to run the football and be physical with teams.
Yeah, we're going to win a lot more option than we did last year. And defensively, we have 7 starters returned, so we think we're going to be able to play good defense too.
Okay, well, good luck, Coach.
Thank you. Back to Mark.
Jack O'Brien, the head coach of North High School. They were 5-5 last year, and they compete in the Southwest Assembly League. Foothill finished in second place behind BHS in the Southeast Assembly League. The Trojans were 7-4 last year, losing to Hoover. And the opening round of the playoffs, North was 5-5, as I mentioned. Ned Permetta's team doesn't do a lot of no-nonsense. Actually, they run an option type of attack. Jason West is expected to be their starting quarterback this year. He's a junior. He also returns punts from a safety position. He is very quick, very fast, but he had arthroscopic knee surgery a couple of weeks ago, and he is not expected to start tonight. And so a couple of other players will take his spot. But once he returns, you're talking about a lot of speed for Foothill. But the man to watch for the Trojans, number 32, Myron Hurd, an outstanding fullback, had 777 yards last year rushing, and he plays defensive end. He is definitely a stud for the Trojans. Also check out LaTroy Higgins, who is the strongest man pound for pound in the area as far as football is concerned. Rab Berger, a strong offensive lineman for Foothill. Both teams have good size on both sides of the line, but I think that Foothill has a little bit more speed than North High. But I think it's going to be a good game tonight. The field is in excellent shape for the season opening game between North High and Foothill. As I talked about, Myron Hurd, a key man returning for the Foothill Trojans, about 6'2", 210 pounds, and definitely a Division I prospect. Josh Ryberger is a linebacker. He's 6'2", 205. LaTroy Higgins, who I mentioned, is 5'10", 203, plays some tailback and also linebacker on defense. Look for halfback Nathan Jacobson, and he is a key returner for Foothill, 6 feet, 215 pounds, a senior. Some of the newcomers to watch, Lorenzo Hernandez, defensive back at 5'7", 150, and I believe his twin brother, Steven Hernandez, 5'7", 150, also a junior. Troy Scott, a defensive down lineman, 6'2", 265. Alfredo Perez, a tailback and quarterback at 5'8", 150. Paul Brown, who I think is number 43, is 5'2", 195, plays fullback and linebacker. And Ismael Arenavis, who is a sophomore tailback at 5'7", 140, so he definitely would have to be considered a scat back. Depth will be a chief concern for the Trojans this year. They have only 40 players in their roster, so they can't afford a lot of injuries. So they are strong on their front line, but a little bit thin going into their second string and the third string. But the running game should get better, as I mentioned, if Jason West is able to play this year. Senior Beto Cordova, 6 feet 200, and junior Taylor Myers, 5'11", 155, will share time at West spot until he can return a quarterback. The line is solid But junior Troy Scott, as I mentioned, 6'2", 255, and senior Norman Richards, who's 6 feet 220 at tackles, and Mark Rice, a 225-pound center. The other side of the line, defense very good. Daniel Juarez is 6 feet 310 pounds at nose guard, and Jeremiah Kaywood, got one tackle, he's 6 feet 190 pounds. They talk about the Foothill Trojans. As far as North High is concerned, watch out for Hatton, their quarterback. Had a fine season last year, threw for over 1,000 yards, but I think they're trying to develop his running ability. He will try to excel at the option a little bit more this year, utilizing his running and passing ability. He is a fine overall athlete for North High, a very good basketball player and a baseball player. He's 6'1", 175. Look for the newcomer Josh Bankston, number 3, a wide receiver, 5'10", 178. Bobby Turney, who backs up having a quarterback, also is a fine receiver for the Stars, number 27. He is 6'2", 183 pounds. Dustin Crellin, who played some last year, number 33, will try his time at tailback. He's 6 feet 174. Kenny Sousa, also a returning for North High, is a fullback and linebacker, 5'1", 185. Kenny is number 40. Crellin is number 33. Justin Waltz, number 43, doubles at tight end and down lineman. He's 6'3", 227. Danny Thomas for North High, number 64. Offensive lineman, 5'11", 225. Jeremy Nunley, looking for him, number 71. He is 6'2", 180, and that might be 280. And Dustin Terrell, number 77, 6'5", 283 pounds. North, the head coach is Jack O'Brien. He's assisted by Tony Silver, Roman Aguilar, Dwayne Williams, Tim Lemon, Jerry Lunsford, Danny Sable, and Vern Walk is the athletic trainer for North High School. So they were right at 500 last year at 5-5. Foothill was 7-4. Jack O'Brien hopes that Dustin Crellin or Daryl Dozier will step forward and take over the position. Last year they had Jason Conley, who was definitely a workhorse. He had 1,198 yards and had probably over 7 yards per carry. Hopefully these guys can do a somewhat similar job. Hatton, as I said, passed for 1,001 yards, 62 of 140. He needs to improve in his percentage this year, but he likely will run the ball more. Newcomers Jason Holland, 5'10", 225. John Errett, 5'11", 200, are expected to make an impact at linebacker for North. And as I mentioned, they will team up with Kenny Sousa, a fine player, 5'10", 185, who plays both offense and defense for the Stars. The Stars returned 7 starters in offense, 6 more in defense, so they definitely have the experience to contend in the Southwest Assembly League with stalwarts like Centennial, Stockdale, and South High. But it's going to be tough. Stockdale returns their quarterback Mike Anderson and a lot of talented players. Centennial returns their quarterback George Valles and a lot of talented players. And if they don't have a lot of returnees, Centennial has an excellent junior varsity and frost soft team, and they have the numbers. Centennial has the most players of any football team in the area, and depth is not a problem for the Golden Hawks. So tonight, the North High School, it's the Stars and the Trojans. As the Trojans are still going through their pregame warm-ups right now, North has left the field momentarily. The Trojans in black pants, white jerseys, black helmets with gold trim. I love the uniforms. North with red and gray. You know, this is a long-standing rivalry. These teams go back to the Southeast Seminole League. Now they compete in different leagues, but they still play each other. But any time you play the Foothill Trojans, who are coached by Ned Permenter, you have to expect a very physical game. Ned is not going to try to fool you very much on offense. He's going to come right at you, and he's going to say, you try to stop us. He does that whether they're playing BHS, Centennial, or even a team in the playoffs. He's a very conservative coach. He usually has big physical linemen and has a lot of speed in the backfield. Foothill can beat you a lot of ways, and the whole key for Foothill, if they can pass the ball effectively, they can hang with some of the top teams in the area. But Myron Hurd, number 32, check him out. The guy is 6'2", about 210, 215 pounds. He has size, he has strength. He can do it from both sides of the field, and you know that they're going to utilize him quite a bit tonight. He had to share some time with Irvin last year. This year, basically, he is the man for the Foothill Trojans. Ismail Arnavis, number 20. You see him warming up, 5'6", 147. Jason West will probably not play tonight at number 1. Donald Scott is number 2. You see number 32 in the warm-ups. That would be Hurd, who receives a pass there and competes out of the fullback. Number 21 for the Trojans would be Michael Garcia, 5'9", 162-pound fullback. So they have some young people that they're working in there. But generally, okay, we're about ready to start. North High and Foothill. And you are listening to high school football exclusively on CNN SI, Time Warner Cable, Channel 52.
Over the last 60 years, our law firm has helped thousands of accident victims win millions of dollars. But our work goes beyond the money. It's really about people. 15 years ago, I represented the mother of a 4-week-old baby who was permanently brain damaged when her infant seat failed in an automobile accident. I testified before the legislature and fought for laws to protect children. Today, children are safer because of those laws.
When you need us, we'll be there.
Have you videotaped a special event that just has to be shared with your friends and relatives? Then Time Warner Productions is the only place you'll need to go for quality on-time duplication. We'll take your videotape and transfer it to whatever format you want and make enough copies for everyone on your list. We'll even convert your foreign videotapes to meet American standards, as well as convert your videos to send overseas. Just stop by Time Warner Productions in the Time Warner Cable office on Select Avenue and tell us, I need a dub. It's fast, easy, and the only way to go to get multiple copies of your videos.
Holiday Ford Summer Sale-a-thon is going on now. We have it all, from F-150 work trucks to loaded Lariats like the sleek 50th Anniversary Edition. Need an F-Series Super Duty truck, Explorer, Expedition, or Ranger? We've got them, and with great value for your money. We have it all at Holiday Ford Lincoln Mercury, 1100 East Lerdo Highway in Shafter, 746-6000.
The car you want is just minutes away. Take a short drive to Shafter. Come to Holiday.
Time Warner Cable presents a high school football game of the week on CNN SI, Channel 52, exclusively from Time Warner Cable. I'm Mark Heffernan. Tonight's game between the North High Stars and the Foothill Trojans is from Iliganis Field on the campus of North High School. North is to your left. Red jerseys, gray pants, gray helmets. White letters, Foothill to your right. Black pants, white jerseys. Black letters, black helmets with a little bit of gold right there. The Trojans and the Stars, a long-standing rivalry going back to the Southeast Assembly League days. Now Foothill competes in the Southeast Assembly League with BHS, that is Bakersfield High School, Highland, the new school Ridgeview, and North competes against teams like Centennial, South, West, and Stockdale. Well, Foothill will be kicking off tonight as we begin the 1998 prep football season. The beautiful weather, gorgeous for this time of the year. Number 14 doing the kicking for Foothill. Taylor Myers floats it, picked up by 33, fumbles it at the 15-yard line. Sheds a couple of tacklers, goes down at the 17. Number 33, Dustin Krellin, who is one of the running backs for North High School. The North does not start off in too good a field position here to start their season. Inside the 20 at about the 17-yard line. North moving left to right. Both teams possess some big, solid linemen. I think the speed factor would have to go into the hands of Foothill, but you never know when you enter a season. North, the 2 receivers wide to the left. Tim Hatton, the quarterback. He played last year, passed for 1,001 yards. Hands the ball up the middle. And the Trojans are there. 3, 4, 5 Trojans. As we have just begun play here from North High School. Stars and the Trojans. Second down for North. 2nd and 8. Tim Hatton, number 16, a quarterback. I formation for the Stars. 2 receivers to the left. The handoff up the middle. Looks like it goes to Krellen. Gets across the 20 to about the 21. Number 33, short gain. Got to be 3rd down for North High. Nathan Jacobson, one of the Trojans making a tackle. Check out number 77 for the Trojans, Troy Scott. He's 6'2", 260. 3rd down and 6. Myron Hurd, right defensive end for the Trojans. Hatton on the keeper, has the 1st down and more. Across the 25, close to the 30-yard line. And Jack O'Brien said that they would utilize the option a little bit more this year. Hatton primarily handed the ball off to Jason Connolly last year and passed. In fact, he had some big games down the stretch, throwing for 500 yards in his last 3 games. He carries the ball for the first time for North High. 1st and 10 for the Stars. Inside their 30 at about the 28-yard line. Ball to left hash mark. Pitch back to Krellen. Cuts inside to the 30. Nice move to about the 33, but the Trojans close very quickly. LaTroy Higgins converging on the tackle. Also over there, Aaron Gray, 6'3", 190-pound outside linebacker for Foothill. Good gain of about 5. 2nd and 5 for North. North has run almost exclusively to this side, but on the 1st down play by Hatton, he ran to the other side on the option. I formation. Gives it straight up the middle to number 40, bowls his way. That'll be Kenny Sousa, returning from last year, running strong and very close to that 1st down marker. Good push up front by the offensive line of North High. It's going to be 3rd and very short from North at their own 38-yard line. The Stars and the Trojans from Eliottis Field on the campus of North High. The 1998 prep season opener on CNN-SI, Time Warner Cable, Channel 52. Ball's given to the first man through. Sosa, he has the 1st down across the 40 to the 41. Number 40, the ball carrier. 190-pound halfback. He, like Krellen, played last year, and same way with Hatton, the quarterback, so it has some experience in the backfield. Another 1st down for North. A couple of 1st downs in this drive. They're at their own 41-yard line. I formation for the Stars. Hatton, the first man through. And the Trojans put up a roadblock. I think it's a good time for Hatton to draw the play action and pass the ball here. I think North is setting up Foothill for the pass, running the ball so effectively and so often here in the 1st quarter. I lose about a half yard, maybe a yard. 2nd and 11 for North at their own 40. 8:35 to play in the 1st quarter. Hatton, pitch back, Krellen, across the 40 to the 41. The Trojans scrambling around the ball carrier. Got it back to momentarily was number 5, Jose Mendez. He missed the ball carrier but caused him to cut inside. Trojans had 3 or 4 tacklers over there. Good pursuit on defense for Foothill. 3rd down and 9 for North. As this is a passing down for the Stars. As number 86 comes in for North. Tim Vaughn, 5'7", 145. He replaces number 3, Josh Bankston. Wide to the right for North. For 27, Bobby Turney. Good size, 6'2", 180. Split backs behind Hatton, looking for Turney. The pass should have been caught incomplete at midfield, but he might have been shy of the 1st down. It might have been 4th and 1. So the first attempt by Hatton is incomplete. Punting time for North High. I think he tried to run with the ball before he caught it. The standing back deep for the Trojans is number 21, Michael Garcia. North punting, 4th and 9. Clellan with the punt, end over end. Comes Garcia, 25-yard line, spread to the field, 30. Hit and dropped in the 32. Good stick by North High. Was it number 45? Daryl Tozer. He's certainly pumped up. So the Trojans starting off at their own 32, 33-yard line on the right hash mark. 7:30 to play in the first quarter. No score between North High and Foothill. Flag is down as the ball is given to Myron Hurd, spread up the middle. Usually in a play like that, it's a motion penalty against the offense. Jason West is starting at quarterback for Foothill. He goes out momentarily, number 1. He had an arthroscopic knee surgery. He's also a fine punt returner for the Trojans. But they will use 2 or 3 quarterbacks tonight. There right now is number 14. That is Taylor Myers. He's 5'11", 155. The penalty against Foothill. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Trojans. 7:25 to play in the first quarter. Legal motion. Number 87 wide to the left for Foothill. Michael Sanders. Straight handoff. And a power run to about the 30, 31-yard line. Again at 4 or 5 yards. North High up to the task. Say again at 4 or 5 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 11 for Foothill. Split backs for Foothill. Another flag is down across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Penalty marker is down as against Foothill, so the Trojans have had 2 penalties on this initial series, and all of a sudden Jason West, number 1, is limping. He's the guy I told you that had arthroscopic knee surgery a couple of weeks ago, and he is limping in the backfield. They were not sure whether they were going to use him or not, and this is only the second play he's been involved in, and he is leaning over right now. So it looks like we have an official's timeout as the Trojans are guilty of their second penalty of the ball game. And he certainly can't afford to use a player of the caliber and the stature of Jason West already in this young season. He's trying to walk it off. No score, and the Trojans now at their own 20-yard line. Holding penalty against Foothill. So I believe they've had a motion penalty and a holding penalty. North didn't really have any problems in their initial series. They were just stopped after gaining a couple of first downs. So Foothill, 2nd and 21. And not a good situation to be in if you're not really a passing team. But with Myron, the thundering Hurd, anything can happen. He's in the back to number 32. Pass is knocked down. Myers trying to hit Hurd coming out of the backfield, and it was tipped away. Apparently the Stars were not fooled by that. They probably knew about it in their scouting reports. And it's 3rd and 21 for Foothill. 6:39 to play in the first quarter of this season opener from North High School at Illegalis Field between the Trojans and the Stars. So the Stars looking good, looking very good early on in the game tonight. Wide to left for Foothill, number 3, Chris Schaefer. 160-pounder, pitch back. Nice run to the other side across the 30 to about the 34 to be 4th down. Punting time for the Trojans. Aaron Navis was a ball carrier, 145-pound sophomore for Foothill. Could not quite get around the outside. North did a good job stringing it out and playing some team defense. Punting for the Trojans, Taylor Myers, number 14, standing back at a 16-yard line. 6:05 to play in the first quarter. Not too much of a rush. Semi-line drive. Fair catch called by number 3, Josh Bankston. But he falls in at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Stars that are on 37. Josh, a junior wide receiver, 5'10", 178. Okay, to be 1st and 10 for North. Good field position at their own 33-yard line. Had a couple of first downs the last time they had a ball. And Foothill came up with a defensive stop. So Crellin is out of there. Hatton looking to the sidelines. Coming up with the play, number 20, Jason Holland. 160-pound receiver for the Stars. Under the 6-minute mark in the first quarter, no score. Two receivers wide to the right from North. One of them, number 27, Bobby Turney. Hatton rolling to his right. Cuts back in. And Foothill will throw him down. He wasn't able to read the defense. He thought about pitching the ball back to his running back. Really nothing was there. The cutback ability, Foothill sprung it out well. They closed off all the gaps and he had nowhere to go. So we'll call a gain of nothing, 2nd and 10 for North. Both teams relying primarily on the ground game tonight. Wide to the left for North, Josh Bankston. And a slot Turney. Pitch back to number 45. Dances around the backfield. And that is Darrell Dozier. He's able to get up to about the 35-yard line, but a very short gain. And North is faced with a 3rd down situation. 3rd and about 7 or 8. It depends where they spot the ball. The penalty against the Stars. Now we'll see what they call. 5:14 to play in the first quarter. And 0-0 between North High and Foothill from Eliana's Field on the campus of North High School. Next week on Time Warner we have Highland at Centennial. And that will be played back at 8 p.m. Sunday, September 20th. And repeated Monday, September 21st. But next week is Highland at Centennial at Golden Hawk Stadium on the campus of Centennial High School. 3rd and 8 for North. Had him with a fake. Looking downfield, a pass. Complete. Back to the air. Foothill has it. Penalty flag was down. Number 10, the ball carrier. Gets across the 35 to the 32 North territory. Alfredo Perez in the right place at the right time. The completion to North. The ball carrier was hit, popped up in the air to Perez, but a flag was down early on the play. We'll see who it's against. You can expect this early in the year, especially the first game of the season. There are going to be penalties. Foothill's ball. The penalty was against North High. So you have the completion, and then you have the fumble. Looked like the ball was complete. The receiver was hit. The ball popped into the air. So I don't think that you give Alfredo Perez credit for an interception. I think you have a fumble recovery. Nonetheless, Foothill has the ball inside the North 35. Myron Hurd powers his way forward to about the 30. Not much was there, but he refused to give up. Gets to the 30-yard line, a very short gain. But if he has any kind of opening at all, he can take it the distance or take it for a first down. 4:25 to play in the first quarter. Foothill with a golden opportunity here. Get something done. The first time they had a ball, Foothill had a few penalty flags flying in their backfield. But a turnover hurts North High. 2nd and 8 for Foothill. Myers. Forward pitch. Looks like a first down to number 30, Mario Bravo. Number 41, Matt Holt making the tackle for North. It's a 1st and 10 for Foothill. Ismael Arenavis is number 20 for the Trojans. 3:50 to play in the first quarter. The Trojans on the move at their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10. West back in their quarterback. Pitch back, speed to the outside. A flag is down. Turney comes up, trip up the ball carrier. Number 71 offensive lineman for Foothill. Leading the play, Nathan Jacobson. Yeah, he was 5'11", 215. The penalty against the Trojans. On the wide play. They're calling clipping against Foothill. Tonight's game is sponsored by the law firm of Chain Younger and Holiday Ford in Shafter. They make the show happen with their support, so tell them you're watching. So the Trojans have a big major penalty. They're back at the 33-yard line of North. Really back where they started this drive after that fumble recovery in the air. So for Foothill, it's a 1st and 20 situation. 3:30 to play in the ball game. Nice fake by Myers, rolling to his right. Will he run it? Will he pass it? Fakes a pass, good speed to the outside. Stays on his feet. Inside the 10-yard line. Is there a fumble? There might be, but Foothill recovers. Good run by Myers. Held the ball up in the air like he was going to pass it. Showed good speed to the outside, cut back. And the Foothill Trojans have a 1st down deep into North High territory. 3:20 to play in the 1st quarter. They're inside the 10, about the 6 or 7 yard line. Myers showing some good speed. West back near quarterback. To the alternating QBs. Navis to the outside. Inside the 5. Oh, he's quick. He's 5'6", 147 pounds, only a sophomore. The Trojans will throw a lot of speed at you from all different angles. Now we have 2nd and goal from the 2 for Foothill. As they are on the march. The Trojans on the march here early in the ball game. Myron Hurd hasn't carried the ball in some time. He's a fullback. Actually showing the almost split back formation. Ball to the outside to number 20 for the touchdown. Ismail Arenaves, touchdown Trojans. Quick feet. Foothill gets on the board first tonight at the 2:35 mark of the 1st quarter. It is 6-0 Foothill. They took advantage of that turnover against North. And even though Foothill had that penalty against themselves, it was a very short drive of just over 30 yards. And Myers, who does so much for Foothill, is the place kicker this year. And he'll line up for the PAT. Myers, number 14. Ball is down. Set line drive. It is no good. So it's Foothill 6 and North High nothing here in the latter stages of the 1st quarter from Elias Field on the campus of North High School. So Trojans do take advantage of that turnover and cash it in. The high school football game of the week airs exclusively on Time Warner Cable Channel 52 this year at a new time. We're on Sunday nights at 8 o'clock and repeated Mondays at 8. Every Sunday night at 8. And that's at 8 p.m. also on Monday evening. Also, we will be doing some Bakersfield College games this year. In fact, our first game will be Los Angeles Valley at Bakersfield College from Memorial Stadium. The second game is homecoming, where BC will host Pierce. And then we do the final regular season game of the year when the Renegades host their arch nemesis, Allen Hancock College of Santa Maria. That is the final regular season game of the year. If you remember, Hancock defeated BC last year in a very muddy field in Santa Maria. BC also was defeated by Mount San Antonio in the Potato Bowl. And if the Renegades do advance to the Potato Bowl, we will do them there. So we have definitely 3 BC games this year and possibly 4. Most likely 4. Kickoff underway to North. 6-0 Trojans. Nice return by number 45 to the outside. 30-40. Close to midfield, knocked out of bounds. Good run by number 45, Daryl Dozer of North High. He's a junior, 5'9", 170. Takes it to the outside. Knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line in North Territory. So the Stars try to get something consistent going offensively here. After that pass completes from Hatton to his receiver. His receiver was hit very hard. Now the ball was knocked straight from the air and it came to Foothill. Hatton. Pitch back. Clone. Midfield 50. 45-40. First down. Backed out of bounds by Randall Simontal for Foothill number 41. Number 33, Crellin, 175-pounder. Nice run, good blocking up front by North High. Number 71, Jeremy Nunley. And Jeremy stands about 6'2", 270, 280 for North High. The right tackle, check him out. 2:05 to play, first quarter, 6-0 Foothill. Bobby Turney, wide right. Wide to the left, Josh Bankston. Hatton, nice fake, looking downfield. He might run it to the 40. Breaks to the outside, straight arms a man, and they bring him down. Hatton with a very short run. He's looking downfield for some of his receivers. One of them, number 27, Bobby Turney. And Bankston might have decided to run a little bit too late. Foothill closed very quickly defensively. As I talked at the outset of the broadcast, Foothill does have a lot of speed. To that far side, you have number 5, Jose Mendez, senior cornerback, 5'8", 148. Number 5 possesses a lot of speed. Over here on this side, number 11, you have Steven Hernandez. They're not tall, 5'7", 150, but very quick. 2nd and 7 for North. 1:46 to play at a first quarter. North has a timeout there. So both teams talk things over with their head coaches. Jack O'Brien of North, Ned Pimenter of the Trojans. My brother Dennis Heffernan will have, I think, an interview at halftime of the game tonight and also after the game. I am high atop the stands at North High on a lift. And my brother will be roaming the sidelines at halftime and also after the game tonight. You know, talk about a great advertising opportunity. If you'd like to be a sponsor of the Time Warner High School Football Game of the Week, give us a call. 322-1941, 322-1941. Give us a call. If you'd like to be a sponsor of the Time Warner Game of the Week exclusively on CNN SI, Time Warner Cable Channel 52. We are sponsored by the law firm of Chain Younger at Holiday Ford and Shafter. They make the show happen with their support, so tell them that you're watching. Remember, our games are on Time Warner Cable Channel 52, Sunday nights at 8 and repeated Monday nights at 8. Next week, we have Highland at Centennial. Okay, North High, the ball 2nd and 7. 1:46 to play in the first quarter. 2 receivers wide to the right for Hatton. Long count. Extremely long count. Hatton with the ball. Hitting the back, pitches the ball to Crone. He might lose some big yardage, and he does. A very late pitch by Hatton to Crone, who had nowhere to go. And North loses 10, maybe 12 yards as Foothill just swarmed over the Stars. Loss of 14 yards. Hatton should have just ate the ball that time. Should have kept the ball himself because Crone had nowhere to go. But you iron out things like that in the first game of the season. These players, these teams scrimmage other teams last week, and in a scrimmage you have a set number of plays. And you don't really have the same type of intensity you have in a regular game. Prior to that, they scrimmage each other. So there was a lot of anxiety and adrenaline, things like that building up. Takes a while to get the cobwebs out. 3rd and 24, Hatton to throw. Over the middle. Is it complete? No, it's trapped by number 42 for the Stars. That is Nathan Bernard. Incomplete. Now a 4th down situation for North. So it looked to be a very excellent drive for North. Came up with nothing after that 14-yard loss. You have 2nd and 7, which is a nice opportunity. Then it changed to 3rd and 24, and everybody in the world knows you're going to pass. And now they have to punt from their own 35. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Short punt. It bounces. Takes a Foothill roll. And the Trojans will have it at the 34-yard line as the clock is beginning to wind down here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Trojans in black pants, white jerseys, black helmets with a little gold trim. And North, red and gray. Okay, Foothill with the ball. 6-0 Trojans. Ball handed off to the right side, not much of a gain. Jason Weston there, quarterback for Foothill. Trading time with Myers this evening. Myers number 14. Taft Collins did that 1 year in the 90s where the quarterbacks brought in the plays. I thought that was somewhat unusual. I've seen quarterbacks come in for different series but not alternating plays. And it worked out reasonably well for Taft. it's working out okay for Foothill tonight. As the first quarter comes to a conclusion. After one quarter from Ely Alice Field on the campus of North High, it's Foothill 6 and North High nothing. You're watching exclusive high school football on Time Warner Cable, CNN SI, Channel 52. Bakersfield's local cable company.
Over the last 60 years, our law firm has helped thousands of accident victims win millions of dollars. But our work goes beyond the money. It's really about people. 15 years ago, I represented the mother of a 4-week-old baby who was permanently brain damaged when her infancy failed in an automobile accident. I testified before the legislature and fought for laws to protect children. Today, children are safer because of those laws.
When you need us, we'll be there.
Have you videotaped a special event that just has to be shared with your friends and relatives? Then Time Warner Productions is the only place you'll need to go for quality on-time duplication. We'll take your videotape and transfer it to whatever format you want and make enough copies for everyone on your list. We'll even convert your foreign videotapes to meet American standards, as well as convert your videos to send overseas. Just stop by Time Warner Productions in the Time Warner Cable office on Select Avenue and tell us, I need a dub. It's fast, easy, and the only way to go to get multiple copies of your videos.
Myron Hurd, a long run for Foothill, would set up the Trojans deep in Foothill territory. Should I say deep in North High territory after a couple of runs by Arenavis. Arenavis scored the first touchdown of the game for Foothill at 6-0 Trojans, and they're going for more. Early on in the second quarter from North High School's Eliana's Field. Foothill at the 15-yard line at 2nd and 5, 2nd and about 6 for Foothill. Hurd busts loose for about a 30-yard run. Fumble in the backfield, and the North High Stars have it. A mix-up between Myers and one of the running backs. Looked like a cross play, and a Star scrambled for the ball. So both teams exchanging fumbles. That was definitely a positive for North High School, as Foothill was ready to add to their score. And North comes up with a fumble recovery, and Hadley and company go back to work. 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line. So North High escapes that blitz by the Trojans, and the score remains 6-0 Foothill. Out to the ball carrier, number 45. Nice cut back to the 30. Should be a first down. Nice run by Dozer. Now he's the guy that made that excellent run back down the sidelines earlier in the ball game. Good cutback ability, number 45. Okay, 1st and 10 for North. As we need a consistent series right here. 9:41 to play in the first half. I formation for the Stars. Pitch back. Dozer looking for the cutback. He has it. Nice run. Across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Had nowhere to go to the outside. Was able to smell a small opening to the middle. And used a little explosion to get straight upfield before the Trojans converged on him. (6-0) Foothill. And North trying to get something going. 2nd and 4 for the Stars. Tim Haddon, the senior quarterback for North, barking signals. Dozer again. Head in the backfield, like drawn back. I don't know where his forward progress would be. Looked like he got up to about the 36-yard line. Not much more. So the Trojans doing a good job of scrambling to the ball carrier tonight. Number 37 in for North High. Number 37 is Chris Barnes. Wide to the right for North High, the 86, Tim Vaughn. I formation behind Hatton. 3rd and 4 for North, 8:19 to play in the first half. Dozer hit a backfield and drop. 3 Trojans converging on him. One of them, number 77, Troy Scott. Also back there, LaTroy Higgins, number 4. 5'10", about 205. LaTroy, very solid returning for the Trojans. To play some running back too. So 4th down for the Stars. 4th and 5, 7:45 to play in the first half. Foothill will be receiving the ball. Kick by Crellin is high but very short. Fair catch called for by number 21, Michael Garcia, as he waved his hands around. 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 42-yard line. So Myron Thundering Herd had a long run Foothill's last series, but the Trojans eventually coughed it up. So they came up with Nava on the scoreboard. They were able to take advantage of a fumble by North at the first quarter. They eventually scored on a run around the right side by Arnavis, who shows some great speed. That actually was set up by a fine run by Myers, who's alternating quarterback with Jason West tonight. Myers on a roll out right and cut back to go inside the 10. That was probably the big run for North in that series. Should I say for Foothill in that series. 7:35 to play in the first half. First game of the year. And it's Foothill 6, North High nothing. Next week we will be at Centennial's Golden Hawk Stadium. The Highland High Scots take on the Golden Hawks. Golden Hawks with a new coach this year, Kevin Sneed, who was a longtime head man at West High before coming to Centennial and eventually becoming athletic director. He was an assistant coach with the Golden Hawks last year. Then Jan Stewart moved to Bakersfield College this year, in July of this year, to become athletic director. And so Kevin was named the head coach at Centennial. Has a lot of the same assistants, but Bill Richardson has moved on to Ridgeview. Bill was basically one of the defensive coaches, the defensive coordinator at Centennial last year, and he is now the head coach at Ridgeview this season. 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 40-yard line. West at quarterback. Number 20 straight the middle. Midfield 50, 40-yard line 30. He may go the distance. 10, 5, touchdown! Number 20, Ismael Arnavis. What speed! That's about 60 yards. Boy, he burst into the open. Had one man to beat, he just flew by him. I know why he's playing varsity football. 145 pounds, who cares when you can run like that? A sophomore. Tremendous acceleration. 2 TDs at his first varsity football game. And everybody else was talking about Myron Hurd. Great blocking left side by Foothill. And he just jolted into the open. 12-0 Trojans. PAT is up, and it is good by Myers. Oh my. We have found a new star in the backfield of Foothill High School. They've had a lot of great running backs over the years, and we have found a new one. But I'm sure the coaching staff knew about him. One thing, you could watch another player play. You could watch another player on film. But many times, there's no way you can capture the speed of that person unless you're on the field at the same time. And North found out just how fast number 20 is for Foothill. It's got to be a track man. Or if he's not, he should be. 13-0 Trojans. Navis with a couple of touchdowns tonight for Foothill. Just a bolt of speed. That was an electrifying run. Foothill kicks it off. North receiving down 13-0 on the home field. Aliana's field on the campus of North High. That kind of stung the Stars to see if they can come back. Kickoff underway. Deep kick to number 45. Fumbles it momentarily. That is Dozier. In the backfield to the 10, 15-yard line, and a flag goes down. Sometimes when a kick returner fumbles a kick like that, many times the kick team will overrun the play. Not the case with Foothill. They held their ground very well, maintained their spots. So we're at the 7:17 mark of the second quarter. It's North High 0 and Foothill 13. That a penalty looks to be against the North High Stars. That does not make matters any better. Navis with a couple of touchdowns for Foothill. One a short run, the other 60 yards. So he has two tonight. And we're only in the first half. North High the ball 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line. North primarily a very conservative team. I'm sure they will keep it to the ground right here as Jack O'Brien wants to talk to his team. Ned Pimenta on the other side in his 34th year, I believe, of coaching. Both these guys have been in coaching for a long time. Both been in coaching over 30 years. They've probably seen about every trick in the book. Every trick that's not in the book. Ned is assisted by Bobby Zell, who's been a long-time partner. Dallas Plater, Pat Colati, Joe Cooper, and Manuel Malera. The athletic director at Foothill is Ted Oliver. North High talk things over on the sidelines, down 13-0, about midway through the second quarter. From Eliana's field. Our games are shown this year on Sunday nights at 8 and repeated Monday nights at 8, exclusively on CNN SI, Time Warner Cable Channel 52. Time Warner Cable, your local cable company. We're going to bring some of the best matchups around the area this year like we did the last 2 years. This is our 3rd year of telecasting high school football to you, our viewers. And we know you enjoy it. We've had a lot of comments from viewers in the past. I've had a lot of comments from coaches. Curl up the middle, bowls his way across the 15 to about the 17-yard line. Nice pickup there. Gets North out of their backfield just a bit. Don't have their backs to the wall quite as much. 7 minutes to play in a second quarter. Foothill 13, North 0. I think North just wants to keep the ball away from the Trojans for a while, use up some of the clock. If they can't score, at least get the ball out to the 40-yard line or the 50 and pin Foothill back. Crellin powers his way across the 20 to about the 23 on a first down carry. Chris Barnes, number 37, brings in a play for Tim Hatton and company. Jeremy Nunley, number 71, right tackle for North. Number 77 on this side is Dustin Terrell. He's 6'5", 283, so their tackles are both about 280. They run to the side. Crumble the first down, puts his head down. Look at that straight arm. First down to about the 38-39. Crown, good-looking ball player for North. Dustin Crown runs with a lot of power. I say if you run to the right or left side off the tackles, you should be in pretty good shape against most teams. First and 10 for the Stars. 6 minutes to play in the second quarter. Number 5 to this side for Foothill. Jose Mendez. Having a dozer. Bowls his way across the 40 to about the 41. Number 4, LaTroy Higgins, slightly shaken up for Foothill. And he is one of their key players. The number 12, Aaron Gray, 6'3", 200 pounds. Defensive end on this side. He has the height, and he needs to put on a little bit of weight. But he's a young man, he's still growing. Hurd plays defensive end on the other side. 5:35 to play. North utilizing a lot of the clock here. At 2nd and 7, 13-0 Foothill. Wide to the left for North High is Tim Vaughn. Hatton on the option. Doesn't get out of his own backfield. Trapped for a loss inside of the 40. So Foothill showing great pursuit in the backfield. Foothill Trojans with that converging defense. Looking good tonight. 3rd and 8 for North. Under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Number 43, Paul Brown. And on the attack for Foothill, one of their linebackers. Wide to the left for North. Number 37, Chris Barnes. I formation for the Stars. Hatton. Play action. Looking to throw deep. Has a man wide open. It's caught. Will he go the distance? Cuts back. 10, 5. Touchdown, North High. Josh Bankston on the reception. Wide open on the far sideline. He had to wait for the ball after he caught him in a nice cutback to the middle of the field. And the 178-pound junior scores for North as he makes a big play. And suddenly North is back in the ball game. Nice throw by Tim Hatton. As North has been exclusively working the ground game tonight. But of course, they set up that pass with the running game. And the play action worked as he was able to freeze the DB for Foothill. And found Bankston wide open on the sidelines. So what a game for Josh tonight as he catches a touchdown pass. 4:31 to play in the first half, 13-6. North talking about what they might do. Will they go for 1 point or will they go for 2 points? So we've had some big plays tonight in the first game. Our novice runs 60 yards left to right for Foothill after a short run for the first touchdown. Bankston on a reception from Tim Hatton, which carried over 50 yards. And North trying to decide whether they would go for 1 point or 2 point. So they try to make it 13-7 or 13-8. They could possibly close within 5 points tonight against the Trojans. You know, big plays can get you back to a ball game. And that's something what the doctor ordered for North High School. And you think of North, you think of a very conservative team, but they were able to open up because they were running the ball somewhat effectively tonight. Foothill linebackers and DBs were inching up closer and closer to the line. And they were able to find a speedy Bankston wide open. You don't show the pass that often. But sometimes when you do, it can be very successful. North will go for 2 points here. The I formation behind Hatton. Receiver wide to the right. Hatton rolls to his right, looking for the end zone. Throws it, incomplete. Flag is down. Looked like the pass was intended for number 43. Justin Woltz for North. They got a couple of other receivers deeper in the end zone. He was a short man. We'll see what the call is. So at this point, it's 13-6 in favor of Foothill. North is going for the 2-point conversion. Legal receiver downfield for North, and it does not count, so the score remains the same. Foothill 13, North 6, so the Stars are still within 7 points. But plenty of time left in the first half for either team to score again, as North will be kicking off from Elias Field on the campus of North High. And our prep football season debut on CNN SI Time Warner Cable Channel 52. And the officials are talking things over with Jack O'Brien. You're going to have situations like that in the first game of the year. You'll have your share of turnovers and illegal motions. Sometimes you'll have them later on in the year, but those are things that you need to iron out as the season progresses. And that's what makes you a better football team. Jack having a word with one of his players on the sidelines.
Right, everybody, let's hear. Go! Big Red! Go!
At any rate, the Trojans will be receiving. North High kicking off. 13-6 in favor of Foothill tonight. Howard Novice with a couple of touchdowns. One, a short jaunt around the right side. The other, a burst of speed. Then the pass from Hatton to Bankson for the touchdown for North. Big crowd here on the North High side this evening. They're right in front of us. Illegal man downfield. Kickoff for the Stars. And Foothill doesn't really have anybody deep. Short kick comes to the guy who plays defensive end. Whistle is blown. That was number 12, Aaron Gray, playing some DE for Foothill tonight. Excellent field position for the Trojans at their own 45-yard line. 4:30 to play here in the first half. Jason West at a quarterback for Foothill. Splitting time this evening with Taylor Myers, who's done a very good job. Hurt at fullback. Our Navis at tailback. Our Navis, the ball, hit a backfield, breaks that tackle, goes to the outside. Boy, he's tough to bring down, but he will lose 3 or 4 yards. Simply nowhere to go. He's got tremendously quick feet. But North was there. Excellent team pursuits by the North High defense. And lose 5 or 6 yards. So the draw was not successful against North High. Under 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Split back formation for the Trojans. Ball on the left hash mark. Play action. Myers looking to throw it. Plenty of time. Flips it high. Complete to Hurd. And he drops it. It is not a completion. I think he should have had it. But he fumbled the ball while that was hit, and the ball came loose. No completion. Didn't have it. Incomplete pass. Okay, 3rd and 16 for Foothill. Kind of surprised they're throwing the football, but I guess that 2nd and long, they decided it was okay, but it stops the clock and it gives North an opportunity to get the ball back again. 3rd and 16 for Foothill. Pitch back, Harmonies. He fumbles it, picks it up again, and swarmed over by North High. The 40-yard line. So it'll be 4th down, punting time for Foothill. And North should have pretty good field position with a chance to add some more points on the scoreboard. They're only down by 7, 13-6 in favor of the Trojans, with 3:15 to play in the first half. Myers to punt for the Trojans, standing back at his own 25-yard line. Back deep for North, number 27, Bobby Turney. Nice punt, high, comes to Turney, calls for the fair catch at his own 27-yard line. Solid punt by Myers, 1st and 10 for the Stars. 2:57 to play in the second quarter. 13-6 Trojans. Opening game of the 1998 season from Elias Field on the campus of North High. And the Stars hanging tough on their home turf, which looks to be in good shape for the game tonight. Number 45 coming in, Daryl Dozer, who's looked impressive tonight for North, replacing Krellin. He's looked pretty good himself, somewhat of a power back. The eye beyond Hatton. Runs to Dozer, and Dozer is bombarded by about 3 or 4 Trojans. Higgins right there, number 4, assisted by about 3 other Trojans. Have a mix-up between a quarterback and a running back. And they're fortunate they didn't have a fumble in the backfield. So 2nd and 11 for North, as they're bringing in 2 players at a time. 2:20 on the clock, 13-6 in favor of Foothill. North in their own territory at the 25-yard line. High formation for North. Hatton, play action fake, rolling to his right now. Tries to get away from the rush. Throws it. It is picked off. Oh my. He might go the distance to the 15-10. It's a touchdown for Foothill. Number 22, Lorenzo Hernandez. But wait a minute, a flag is down. Hatton was rolling to his right, trying to get away from the rush. Threw the ball as he was heading to the turf. Hernandez in the right place at the right time, cuts it off on the left sideline, runs across the field, dives inside the marker. It looks to be an apparent touchdown, but what's the flag all about? It's a touchdown. So apparently the penalty was against North High. Touchdown stand. So the big play Trojans. Defense doing the job there. 2-minute mark, North High throwing. Hatton throwing from deep in his own territory. Probably should have ate the ball as he was going down. He tried to unload it and threw into some Foothill Trojan territory. And they made him pay for it with 6 points. 19-6. Myers to kick. So Lorenzo Hernandez with a pickoff and the return. It's an illegal block against North High on the pass. 19-6 Trojans. Here's the PAT at 1:57 to play in the second quarter. Myers kick. Straight and it's good. So he's 2 for 3 tonight in PAT attempts. Score is Foothill 20, North High 6. A major turnover for North after they scored to close within 7. Now they've had a fumble after a reception tonight, which helped set up a Foothill touchdown. And then right there, the interception run back for the score. So Foothill with 3 touchdowns tonight. And Lorenzo Hernandez with a big play for the Trojans. And like many players on Foothill's team, showing very good speed at a run across the field.
Okay, Stars, stand up. Let's not give up yet. Everybody up. On your toes, North High. Show them your
Here in the latter stages of the first half, Foothill will be kicking off. North down by 14 now, 20-6. Myers will be doing the kicking for Foothill. Standing back deep for the Stars, Krellin. But on the far side, Dozier. North would like to get a solid run back here. Beautiful kick by Myers. Through the end zone, a high school ball, you cannot run it out. It was kicked through the end zone. 1st and 10 for the Stars at their own 20-yard lines. They're down 20-6 with 1:57 to play in the first half. So that definitely was a costly interception. Positive for Foothill and not for North High. So North scored 1 time tonight on Hatton to Bankston. TD. Hernandez with the interception return for the Trojans. North High with the ball once again at their own 20-yard line. High formation behind Hatton. Crumlin, the ball carrier. Gets across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. Troy Higgins really doing an outstanding job defensively for Foothill tonight. And when LaTroy hits you, you're going to go down. We got second at about 4 for North. Wide to the left for the Stars, number 3, Josh Bankston, who's caught a touchdown pass tonight. Crown hit in the backfield. There goes the flag as he powers his way across the 35 to about the 36. But it might not count. Michael Garcia making the tackle for Foothill. 1:17 to play in the first half. Holding against North High. As they are beginning to pile up the penalties. North is only down by 14 points in this ball game, 20-6. They have to go in the locker room and regroup. They can't get back in this ball game, but they can't continue to shoot themselves in the foot, though. Got a couple of turnovers and some key penalties, and they're going in the wrong direction. The clock shows 1:17. And we have a 2nd and 14 situation for North High. Wide to the left, number 86, Tim Vaughn. The eye behind Hatton. Fiddle DB's back deep, expecting the pass. Sousa, the ball carrier, number 40. Very short gain across the 20 to about the 22.
Number 40, Kenny Sousa, and carry for the Stars. Tackled by number 30, Mario Bravo.
Bravo with the tackle, number 30 for Foothill.
Timeout, Foothill.
Timeout, Foothill, 48 seconds to play. Maybe Foothill wants the ball back again here in the first half. If they could stop North in this play, North will have a 4th down situation. And Foothill will have a chance to get some of their guys open. 20-6 in favor of the Trojans, as they're opening up their season fairly impressively in the first game of the year. Next week we have Highland at Centennial. Highland had a very young team last year. And I know that their players have matured and progressed, and hopefully they can give Centennial a very good game at Golden Hawk Stadium next week. George Valles returns as quarterback to Centennial. Has a couple of running backs returning. Lost some key players last year, but Centennial is a very deep team. And a lot of kids on their current team who played quite a bit last year that weren't starters will probably be starting this year. And then he has some excellent people coming up from the Xavier Frost soft team. So let me tell you, I know that Centennial is loaded. And they have great coaches there. They have a lot of stability in their coaching staff. And they love to play at home. 3rd and 9 for North. Head off to Crumlin. Has a first down across the 35 to about the 39. That play seemed to fool everybody, including Foothill. And North should keep the ball for the remainder of the half. Garcia with another tackle. First down and 10 for North at their own 34-yard line. Clock at about the 30-second mark of the first half. 20-6 Trojans. DBs are back deep. Crown the ball carrier to the other side. 40, 45. Breaks a couple of tackles across midfield to the 48-yard line in Foothill territory. Back-to-back first downs for the North High Stars. Keep it on the ground with Crellin and Dozier. 18 seconds to play. And I think North has called a timeout. Maybe they'll try to throw one towards the end zone. They have time for a couple of plays before the conclusion of the first half. 20-6 in favor of Foothill. Nice breezy game tonight. Somewhat unusual for the first game of the year. Normally it's hotter than this. Of course, it has been hot, but it's cooled down the last couple of days or so. But we could have hotter weather the second and third week of the season. This is beautiful football weather. mean, it's a little too cool for shorts tonight as we're up high above the North High stands. The North High fans are just in front of us. You can hear the cheerleaders. You can see them too. Foothill contingent on the press box side at Elias Field on the campus of North High. So North with one or two more plays tonight in the first half as they trail Foothill 20-6. Let's see what they try to do. Have a couple of receivers to this side. Susan in the slot. Wide is Tim Vaughn. In the shotgun, Tim Hatton. Two receivers to the right side too. Is he going to air it out? He's going to try, but he's going to be sacked. Nice pressure by Foothill. Troy Scott in there, along with number 12, Aaron Gray. Did the sack job on Hatton. Does he get to play off? I don't think he does. Is that the official conclusion of the first half? Yes, it is after one half of play from Elias Field on the campus of North High. It's Foothill High 20 and the North High Stars 6. Time Warner Cable presents the high school football game of the week on CNN SI Channel 52 exclusively from Time Warner Cable, Bakersfield's local cable company. Thank you for watching tonight. It's Foothill 20, North 6 on Time Warner Cable Channel 52.
Holiday Ford Summer Sale-a-thon is going on now. We have it all, from F-150 work trucks to loaded Lariats like the sleek 50th Anniversary Edition. Need an F-Series Super Duty truck, Explorer, Expedition, or Ranger? We've got them, and with great value for your money. We have it all at Holiday Ford Lincoln Mercury, 1100 East Lerdo Highway in Shafter, 746-6000.
The car you want is just minutes away. Take a short drive to Shafter. Come to Holiday.
Time Warner Cable kicks off another high-impact, action-filled season of high school football, airing exclusively on CNN-SI Channel 52. An entire evening of hit scores and cheers crashing into your living room every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Free camera coverage, professional play-by-play, and full halftime coverage. Want to see that play again? Catch repeats of the game of the week on Monday and Tuesday at 8 p.m. High school football action exclusively on Time Warner Cable. Don't miss it.
Has this ever happened to one of your favorite tapes? How about this? Parts of this tape are damaged forever. Before this happens to your favorite video or home movie, call Time Warner Productions. Time Warner Productions specializes in quality duplications, foreign conversions, and repairs. So before your favorite video cassette becomes your pet's next meal, preserve it by calling Time Warner Productions and get it duplicated. Call 322-1941.
Over the last 60 years, Chan Younger has helped thousands of accident victims. Oil field work is some of the most dangerous work around. Many people are seriously injured or killed as a result of faulty equipment and poor safety training. We didn't want this to continue, so we fought until changes in oil field safety were made. Accidents still happen, and when they do, we'll be there for you.
The score at halftime is Foothill High 20, North High 6 from Elias Field on the campus of North High School. On a very breezy and cool evening here in Bakersfield. Foothill got on the scoreboard first tonight. Ismail Arenavis, an excellent runner for the Trojans. We had talked briefly about him prior to the game. He's a sophomore, about 145 pounds, but I know why he plays varsity football. He has tremendous speed. After a completion for North, that was followed by a fumble. Foothill was able to get the ball deep in North territory. Myers, who had been alternating at quarterback with Jason West, Taylor Myers, made a nice run to the right side as he got away from the rush. Looked like he was going to pass the ball into the end zone and was able to ramble inside the 10-yard line. Arenavis runs to the right on a sweep right and scores Foothill's first touchdown. Later on, he comes back running left to right, burst his way for a 60-yard touchdown, and he showed remarkable speed on that particular run. You know, we talked about Myron Hurd being the main man for Foothill tonight, the fullback and linebacker. He's done a good job, but the guy that's made the big plays offensively has been Arenavis. And the quarterbacks, Myers and also West, have done a good job running the offense. North High came back after being down 13-0. North looked like they were setting up Foothill for the pass. They have been running the ball exclusively tonight. Off tackle White left and primary left to middle. A couple of option plays by Hatton, which only once did it turn into a first down. On this play, Hatton tried to play action, found Josh Bankston wide open on the right side. He was well beyond the defense, had to wait for the ball. He caught it, showed good speed as he cut to the middle of the field and scored North's first touchdown. The PAT was not successful. And then North, late in the first half, down by only 7, with about 2 minutes to play, decided to pass from deep in their own end zone. I think around the 20-yard line. Hatton rolls to his right, is trying to get away from the rush, and it looks like he's going to go down for a sack, and he decides to throw the ball. Just before he hits the turf, it's picked off by Lorenzo Hernandez on the left side. He runs across the field, 22 yards for a touchdown for Foothill. And at halftime, we have Foothill 20 and North High 6. Let's enjoy some of the sounds of the band tonight at Eliana's Field. And a score at halftime is Foothill 20, North High 6. You are watching exclusive prep football on CNNSI, Time Warner Cable, Channel 52.
Holiday Ford Summer Sale-a-thon is going on now. We have it all, from F-150 work trucks to loaded Lariats like the sleek 50th Anniversary Edition. Need an F-Series Super Duty truck, Explorer, Expedition, or Ranger? We've got them, and with great value for your money. We have it all at Holiday Ford Lincoln Mercury, 1100 East Lerdo Highway in Shafter, 746-6000.
The car you want is just minutes away. Take a short drive to Shafter. Come to Holiday.
Time Warner Cable kicks off another high-impact, action-filled season of high school football, airing exclusively on CNNSI Channel 52. An entire evening of hits, scores, and cheers crashing into your living room every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Free camera coverage, professional play-by-play, and full halftime coverage. Want to see that play again? Catch repeats of the game of the week on Monday and Tuesday at 8 p.m. High school football action exclusively on Time Warner Cable. Don't miss it.
Has this ever happened to one of your favorite tapes? How about this? Parts of this tape are damaged forever. Before this happens to your favorite video or home movie, call Time Warner Productions. Time Warner Productions specializes in quality duplications, foreign conversions, and repairs. So before your favorite video cassette becomes your pet's next meal, preserve it by calling Time Warner Productions and get it duplicated. Call 322-1941.
Over the last 60 years, Chan Younger has helped thousands of accident victims. Oil field work is some of the most dangerous work around. Many people are seriously injured or killed as a result of faulty equipment and poor safety training. We didn't want this to continue, so we fought until changes in oil field safety were made. Accidents still happen, and when they do, we'll be there for you.
You're watching the high school football game of the week on CNNSI, Channel 52, exclusively from Time Warner Cable, Bakersfield's local cable company. At halftime for the Foothill Trojans, 20 and North High 6 from Eliana's Field on the campus of North High. I'm Mark Heffernan. Well, the Trojans in this game have come up with the big plays, more of the big plays than North. Ismail Arnavis scores on a 4-yard run around the right side for Foothill's first touchdown. Comes back with a 60-yard jaunt as they burst into the open. Just kind of cruise past the North High defense for their second score. North comes back on a pass, a play-action pass from Tim Hatton, the quarterback, to Josh Bankston, the wide receiver. That covered over 50 yards. Then about 2 minutes to go in the first half, Lorenzo Hernandez intercepted a pass by Hatton and returned it 22 yards for a score as he literally ran across the field and darted into the corner of the flag for the touchdown. North has somewhat been plagued by turnovers and penalties tonight. Foothill had that problem on their first couple of series and seemed to iron out some of those situations after that. But Foothill's first score was set up on a completion by North, followed by a nice hit by Foothill and a fumble straight up into the air, which was returned by Foothill. But then, of course, North has interception returned for a touchdown. So the Stars have had 2 critical turnovers in the game. Foothill had a turnover deep in Star territory at about the 20-yard line after a long run by Myron Hurd. That basically just kept Foothill from scoring at least 3 points on that drive. But the North turnovers have hurt them more than the Trojans, as Foothill has moved the ball a little bit more successfully. The other team doing a lot through the air. North has passed the ball maybe a little bit more effectively than Foothill. Foothill rotating quarterbacks such as Jason West and Taylor Myers. Myers also does the kicking for Foothill. But as we said prior to the broadcast, or at the beginning of the broadcast, Foothill has shown the ability to make the big plays at better opportune times than North High. Foothill showed more speed at least in the first 2 quarters than North. We'll see what happens in the final 2 quarters. Kick comes to Myron Hurd. To the 30, puts his head down to about the 35-yard line. He was a short man as Foothill moves left to right here in the second half. Foothill with black pants, white jerseys, black numbers, black helmets with some gold trim. At North in their traditional red and gray here at home. The Trojans up by 14, 20-6. North has to be looking turnover here at beginning stages in the third quarter. Let's see if North can iron out some of their problems here in the second half. Quick count. Hand off to Hurd. Dragging tacklers for the first down. Dragged about 4 North High players, 7 yards on that run. Hurd showing his power. 6'2", about 210 pounds. Got a first down for Foothill. As they're moving up to the ball much quicker, trying to tire out North here in the third quarter. Look at Foothill come up to the ball. Myers the quarterback. Second man through. Auburn Irish with a speed. Cross midfield 50 to about the 47-yard line, knocked out of bounds. So Foothill picking up the pace in the third quarter. Nice run, 2nd and 4 for Foothill as the ball's on the right hash mark. Weston Higgins returned for the Trojans. Higgins doing a fine job defensively for Foothill tonight. Ball given to the first man through, and a short one of about 1 or 2 yards. Looked like the keeper might have been open for Jason West. Hurd straight up the middle. Got a very short gain for Foothill. 3rd and 4, 10:40 to play in the third quarter. The Trojans up to the ball very quickly. In the slot, Mario Bravo. Myers on the keeper. Gets out the 45-yard line. He'll be shy of the first down. And a late flag. Justin Waltz over there for North. Also for the Stars, Danny Souza, number 40. I wonder if that's a personal foul penalty. Yes, it is against North High. That's a 15-yarder. It might be unsportsmanlike against the Stars. I think it was after the play. North comes up, makes a great hit on Foothill to stop for the first down. And they do something right in front of the officials. I talked about the turnovers and the costly mistakes. That right there is a mental mistake. Nothing physical about that, unless they were hitting after the play. 10 minutes to play in the third, 20-6, the Trojans on the move. And Hurd is buried in the backfield. Off the handoff from Jason West. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10 for Foothill. But they're sitting very pretty at the North High 30-yard line. 9:35 to play in the third quarter. The Trojans have a 2nd and 10. Bravo slot right. He's in motion. Myers fakes the pitch, decides to keep it and eats it. And the Stars make him pay for keeping the ball. Number 42 over there for North High, Nathan Briner. Had assistance from a couple of other Stars. 3rd down and long for Foothill. 3rd and 13. North needs to get the ball back. They need to stop Foothill right now in the series. Bravo in motion. To keep the Bravo. Myers, run the right side to the 30. Knocked out of bounds, shy of the first down. They spot it at the 25-yard line in North High territory. Got to be 4th down for Foothill. 4th down for the Trojans, 4th and 5, 8:50 to play in the third. As he stepped out of bounds, he was hit out of bounds, so the clock stopped. Foothill looking to go for it at 4th and 5, deep in North territory, too far for the field goal. Myers on the fake, Wide open is Hurd, and the pass incomplete. As he overshot Myron Hurd, it was open at the 15-yard line. So Myers can't come up with a completion. And the ball goes over to North High. 1st and 10 for the Stars. 8:44 to play in the third. And the ball sits at their own 25-yard line. Tim Hatton returns the quarterback for North. Wide to the left for the Stars. Number 86, Tim Vaughn. 27 is turning to the right side. Hatton on the keeper. That's a running room. Cuts back to the right. Maybe only picks up about a yard or so. It's hard to find that open real estate against those Foothill Trojans, especially if you go to the outside. I'll give him a pickup of 2, 2nd and 8 for North. Nathan Bernard comes in for Josh Bankston for the Stars. Bankston flank wide left, ball the right hash mark for the Stars. I formation behind Tim Hatton. The Krellin up the right side. Powers his way up to about the line of scrimmage. Trojan putting up a stone wall. But Troy Higgins having a big game for Foothill, making a hit. 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 6 for North at their own 30-yard line. Krelling a tailback behind Hatton. Receivers to each side. Play action. Hatton rolling to his left. The pass complete. Nice reception by number 42, Nathan Bernard. First down for North. Good looking play for the Stars. Both quarterbacks have had some open receivers under the coverage and have had trouble hitting them tonight. Of course, in one situation, the receiver didn't catch the ball that was right in his hand. That was very early in the ball game. But the linebackers are sitting up so close to the line of scrimmage, you have that open territory about 10 to 15 yards downfield. Hatton might be hit from the outside. Unloads it to Krell on the far side. And he has dropped for a loss. Hatton would have suffered a loss of about 12 yards. Flips it out to Krellin. He only loses about 4 or 5 yards. Brown on the tack for Foothill. The Trojans seem to have about 15 players out there. They're all over the field. 2nd and 15 for North. 6:40 to play in the third. Bobby Turney wide to the left for North High. 2nd and 15. Hatton pitch back to Krellin. Cuts inside. And brought down. Excellent job by the Trojans. Number 12, Aaron Gray, turning into play, the defensive end. Also over there, Alfredo Perez, number 10. And they had a lot of help. 3rd and 14 for North. Foothill moves to the ball very quickly. North High in their own territory. Down 20-6 to the Trojans. Hatton looking over the defense. Been kind of troublesome for him. Higgins comes from the other side. The ball tipped into the air, incomplete. Higgins coming from the right side after Hatton unloaded the ball. Higgins ripped him pretty good. The pass was incomplete. Tipped by more Trojans than Stars. And Hatton very slow getting up. But Troy Higgins coming in hard from the backside. Actually, nobody hit Higgins in the backfield. That's the type of play where you could really unload on the quarterback. At 5:42 to play in the third quarter, Hatton is on his feet. A little groggy right now. Simply did not have the protection coming from that side. You got to hit LaTroy Higgins. Krellin's punt off the right side does not have much of a roll. Probably only gets about 15 to 18 yards on a punt. So Foothill with excellent field position at their own 45-yard line. And they lead at 20-6 over North. Hatton on his knees on the sideline. Saw some cobwebs on a hit by Hills. 1st and 10 for Foothill as they move up very quickly to the ball. Myers rolling to his right. Tripped up in the backfield. Goes down. Great play by number 43, Justin Woltz. And Woltz is limping as he gets up. And I tries to stand and falls down, so might have an ankle problem. So after he makes a great play, he gets up limping. Fine effort by Justin Woltz of North High. It'll be 2nd and 15, 2nd and 16 for the Foothill Trojans. Might have just been a cramp, though. He's trying to walk it off. Number 43 getting a good round of applause from the fans. Seems to be okay. Woltz 6'3", about 220 pounds. Great size. Excellent size. Seems to be okay. Kind of doing some stretches on the sidelines. Hatton also doing some stretching on the sidelines for North. Dives the ball carrier, puts his head down, picks up good yardage to about the 44-yard line. Arvanavis. Kenny Sosa with attack for North. Ball, you got to hit that man before it gets out into the open. Arvanavis. He can gallop. He can accelerate. He can explode. A couple of touchdowns tonight for him. 4:35 to play in the 3rd quarter. Foothill with a 20-6 lead over North. Wide to the right for Foothill, number 87, Michael Sanders. A timeout. Trojans. And then Permetta will be talking with his troops and Jack O'Brien with his team. You know, talk about a great advertising opportunity. If you'd like to be a sponsor of the Time Warner High School Football Game of the Week, give us a call at 322-1941, 322-1941. If you'd like a duplication of tonight's game or any other local programming on Time Warner, call us at 322-1941, 322-1941. Next week, we have Highland at Centennial from Golden Hawk Stadium on the campus of Centennial High School. As the Golden Hawks look to be prominent in the Southwest Assembly League again this year, as they won the championship last season. Highland looks to improve on a very disappointing season. They did have a very young team in 1997. Highland competes in the Southeast Assembly League with Bakersfield High, Foothill, now Ridgeview. You name it, so it's going to be tough for Ridgeview in the Southeast Assembly League. North competes against Centennial, Stockdale, West High. Myers to throw. The pass almost picked off by Josh Bankston. He saw it. He saw the ball coming. He saw 6 points, but could not quite get the ball in his hands. The pass was intended for Hurd. You can almost see it happening before it happens. Bankston back deep from North, standing at his own 25-yard line. Have a chance to return this one. Caleb Smith comes in late for the Stars. Kick team. North, I think, partially blocks the punt by Myers. It will roll dead at the 20-yard line. I think they got a hand on it. At any rate, 1st and 10 for North, 4:14 to play in the 3rd quarter, 20-6 in favor of Foothill. North with the ball 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line. From Eliottis Field on the campus of North High. Tonight's game sponsored by the law firm of Chain Younger and Holiday Ford and Shafter. They make the show happen with their support, so tell them you're watching. Tell Chain Younger and Holiday Ford and Shafter that you are watching high school football on Freeman SI, Time Warner Cable, Channel 52, your local cable company. North High with the ball 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. 2 receivers to the right side, split backs behind Hatton. Pitch back. Sosa head in the backfield and buried. Great pursuit by the Trojans. The ball picked up by Mendez, but he has nowhere to go. Paul Brown making a major hit for Foothill. Okay, we'll call it 2nd and 10 for North. As they're having a lot of trouble moving the football against Foothill tonight. You have Stephen Hernandez, your left cornerback for Foothill. Number 3 for Foothill playing right corner. Chris Schaefer getting to some work. Now Chris is a junior, 6'3", 160, so he's somewhat long and lanky for a corner. Getting some playing time. They've called Paul Brown's name quite a bit, number 43 tonight for the Trojans. On a completion, 3rd and 3 for North High. 3:08 to play in the third quarter. Wide to the left for North, number 37, Chris Barnes. High formation behind Tim Hatton of North. Ball given to Crowell, head in the backfield, breaks a couple of tackles, powers his way to about the 34, and he may have the first down. But Troy Higgins making a tackle. But Crowell decided to take him for another yard. That's 1st and 10 for the Stars, 2:50 to play in the third. Humberto Cordova, number 13. Playing right defensive end for Foothill. Handoff gets nowhere in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 2 for Crellin. Paul Brown making another stop. Humberto Cordova is 6 feet 200, a senior for the Trojans. Also Mendez back into the game, playing right corner. 2:11 to play in the third. 20-6 in favor of Foothill. North with a 2nd and 10 situation behind Tim Hatton. Play action rolling to his right. The pass is complete. First down for North High. The receiver, number 43, Justin Waltz, made that outstanding defensive play on Myers. Remember, he limped up after he made the play, and then he was okay. Big kid. Good-looking athlete. 6'2", well over 200 pounds. Definitely a college prospect. Comes out of the game. It's a pair of hands on that reception. It is 1st and 10 for the Stars. Hatton calling signals. Crellin. Scrap the middle to about the 49-yard line. Just Dustin Crellin. 6 feet, 175 pounds. He looks bigger than that. He runs bigger than that. Runs with his head down, a lot of power. We're seeing number 77 for North, Dustin Terrell. 6'5", 280 plus. 107 to play in the third. Hatton on the keeper, tripped up. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Knocked out of bounds in front of the Foothill bench, in front of the Foothill sideline, where Ned Permenter and company stroll. At 3rd down for North. Well, 3rd and 7 with about 40 seconds to play in the third. There has been no scoring in the third quarter. It's still 20-6 in favor of the Trojans. Bobby Turney wide left. To slot left for North. Hatton to throw to Turney. The pass incomplete. Excellent hit. Perfect timing by number 5, Jose Mendez. As he hit Turney right when the ball arrived. Mendez barely 150 pounds. Packs a little wallop in that body. Deep for the Trojans, Michael Garcia, standing at his 25-yard line. Out of timeout. Foothill with 23 seconds to play in the third. So the score has remained the same here in the third quarter. Foothill holding a 14-point lead. Had a couple of touchdowns by Ira Navis in the first half. Short run around the right side, then a 60-yard burst going left, cutting straight up the middle, and just outrunning the North defense. Then Hernandez had a 25-yard touchdown return off an interception. That was just about 2 minutes to play in the first half. North High scored on a long pass from Tim Haddon to Josh Bankston, which covered over 50 yards in the first half. Okay, North back there on the field in the closing stages of the third quarter. Wide to the left for North High, Tim Vaughn. And they will punt it. They won't go for it from their own 35-yard line. Low snap, punt by Crone. It's high and over end. Fair catch by number 21, Michael Garcia. And Foothill will have a 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. So the clock at 8 seconds to play in the third. And this will be the final play most likely of the third quarter unless it's a pass. It's a run up the middle, which doesn't gain much. And a third quarter will come to a conclusion. After 3 from Elias Field on the campus of North High School, it is Foothill 20, North High 6. And you're watching the exclusive high school football game of the week on CNN-SI Channel 52. By the way, next week we will have Highland at Centennial on CNN-SI Time Warner Cable Channel 52. And remember, our games this year are on Sunday nights at 8 and repeated Monday nights at 8 o'clock. That is brand new. The high school football game of the week exclusively on Time Warner Cable Channel 52. A new time this fall, every Sunday night at 8 with repeats in case you missed it at 8 p.m. on Monday. And after watching Monday Night Football, tune into 52 and 10 p.m. on Tuesdays. 10 p.m. on Tuesdays. So we have an exciting new matchup every Sunday night. By the way, we will be doing some Bakersfield College games this year. BCL was a perennial winner in the Western State Conference. We will be airing the Los Angeles Valley College at Bakersfield College game in a couple of weeks. LA Valley is usually a nemesis for BC in all sports. Then we have the homecoming game between Pierce and Bakersfield College at the stadium. And then BC's final regular season game at home as they take on Allen Hancock College of Santa Maria, the team which defeated BC in the regular season last year in Santa Maria on a very muddy field. And then if BC makes it to the Potato Bowl, which I think they will, we will have that game on Time Warner Cable Channel 52, like we did last year. Foothill with the ball to begin the fourth quarter. Our Navis around the right side across the 20 to about the 22. Last year we have the Potato Bowl won by Mount San Antonio 26-16 over BC. Mount Sac went on to win the national championship game, the state championship game the following week, defeating City College of San Francisco in a very high scoring game. They were undefeated last year at 12-0. And that was an outstanding game that we aired last year between Mount Sac and Bakersfield College. I know that you enjoyed it. Myers to throw, the pass complete to Myron Hurd, 30-yard line, cuts back, 40. They try to drag him down and eventually do at the 48-yard line. So they've been trying to go to Hurd out of the backfield on a few occasions tonight. One time he wasn't able to come up with a catch. The other time the quarterback missed him. This time looked very good. 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 43, 44-yard line. As the Trojans move right to left here in the fourth quarter, north, left to right. 20-6 in favor of Foothill. And an unusual time to have a timeout so early in the quarter at the 10:47 mark. Foothill calls this timeout. Tonight's game is sponsored by the law firm of Chain Younger at Holiday Ford in Shafter. They make the show happen with their support. So tell them that you're watching.
Are you serious? It is showtime, baby. Here we go.
By the way, when I talked about next week, our game scheduled is Highland at Centennial, because I'm definitely getting a lot of competition from somebody on the mic. We also will have a special airing of the Bakersfield High School at the De La Salle game at 8 p.m. on Tuesday, September 22nd. That game is out of town. De La Salle has not lost a game in I think about 4 or 5 years. They have the longest winning streak in California, if not in the nation. They play out of Concord. We will have the some of the games of the Pigskin Classic at Memorial Stadium. Those games are on a Saturday, and those will be played back at 8 p.m. Sunday, September 27th, and repeated again at 8 p.m. Monday, September 28th. We talked about us having an LA Valley Bakersfield College game on Tuesday, September 29th. Pitch back to Arenavis, around the right side, too much speed, 45, midfield 50. Look at him go! First down for the Trojans to about the 40-yard line. He can fly. Ismael Arenavis. Wow. Just a step from breaking it once again. First and 10 for the Trojans. They have a great mixture of power and speed on their football team. And this guy's making some things happen tonight. He's only a sophomore. He's going to make a lot of things happen before his career is over with. 5'6", 147 pounds. Tremendously quick.
Get your money.
2nd and 8 for Foothill. Myers in there, quarterback. A wide to the left for Foothill. Chris Schaefer. Split formation for the Trojans. Inside handoff. Good fake by Myers. Hurt of the ball carrier. Very short game. Nunley converging on the attack for North. 3rd and 6 for the Trojans at North High territory, the 36-yard line.
It's time. Take it away.
The clock at 9:45 to play in a ball game. No scoring here in the second half.
Take it away. Yo, take.
The Trojans with the ball eating up the clock.
It's time to take it away. Take.
See the North High assistant.
Come on, crowd.
Look like a fumble in the backfield.
Take it away. Yo, take it away.
But Myers retrieves it. Legal procedure against the Trojans. That's team number 14, Myers. And you see some of the North High contingent tonight. They're fairly quiet right now, as their team has only scored once tonight, trailing 20-6. Okay, the Trojans 3rd and 11 from the North High 41-yard line. Slot left, we have Mario Bravo. Myers to throw, good protection, fires it deep, has a man open, it's incomplete. Overshot him. Josh Robberg was open at the 10-yard line. The pass was overflowing just a little bit. Josh could not get to the ball. But nice call nonetheless by the Trojans. Trying to catch the North defense sleeping there. That is 4th and 11 for Foothill. They've been running exclusively here in this series, and they decided to open up the defense just a bit. Now Foothill in the I formation. Arenavis with the ball. There he goes left. Cuts to the outside. Look at his speed. Dragged down at the 34-yard line, and North High will take over. Bobby Turney with a nice tackle. 1st and 10 for the North High Stars. 8:58 to play in a ball game. North High has 6, Foothill has 20.
Come on, crowd. Help us out. Give me a G.
Bankson comes in for
Oh,
Bobby Turner made that fine defensive play for North. I think Turner had a little tweak in his leg. Happened to throw. Out and up pattern. Tries to fire it out. No flag on the play. Intended for number 86. Tim Vaughn. Very close coverage on the far side. By number 5. And that would be Jose Mendez. Excellent coverage. Was with his man all the way. The 2nd and 10 for the Stars at their own 34-yard line. Next week we have Highland and Centennial on CNN SI, Time Warner Cable Channel 52. Had him with the count. There's the play action. He's going to keep it. Tripped up in the backfield by Brown. And Troy Higgins gets credit for the assist, but Brown made the play, as he just penetrated so well into the North High offensive backfield. Officials timeout. I don't know if Haddon has a problem with his helmet or what's happening out there. Now I think that North High is going to call a timeout. 8:35 to play in the 4th quarter. Foothill 20, North High 6. From Elialis Field at North High. Nice, cool, brisk evening. Perfect for football. Very cool for the first game of the year. I've done a lot of games the first 2 or 3 weeks, and it's very hot, very warm. We've had beautiful weather the last couple of days. And maybe fall is coming upon us. Well, we have a 20-6 game in favor of the Trojans, and nobody has scored here in the second half. Been a case of Foothill, utilizing the running game, using up a lot of the clock. North High trying to get something going, but they haven't been successful for more than 30 yards against this Trojan defense. They scored on a long pass play from Haddon to Bankston. Cron gets some blocks, midfield 50, 40. Will he take it to the 30? Cuts back, out of bounds, inside the 20. Long run by Dustin Cron of North. That's about 55 yards for Cron. North High deep into Trojan territory. He was knocked out of bounds at the 17-yard line. And North needs to score down here, no question about it. Plenty of time left in the ball game at 8:23. That's Cron with a big run. Has the ball again. Almost fumbles the ball. Gets inside of 15 to about the 12. He was hit. The ball came loose momentarily. He was able to keep it in his hands and go forward. Higgins with the attack for Foothill. So Crowan's run has given North some life, but they need to score. 2nd and 5 for the Stars. Now the North High band is picked up after the long run. Crellin up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles. Inside the 10 to about the 5. Looks to be close to the first down marker. It is a first down for the North High Stars. First and 10 for North. It's 1st and goal for the Stars, as all of a sudden Crellin has come alive on this drive.
What do we want? Touchdown!
Yes, North High definitely needs a touchdown.
What do we want? A touchdown!
Crellin a tailback. There's a fullback. Crellin the ball carrier. Plows forward to about the 4-yard line. He is the exclusive ball carrier on this drive. It's amazing, after that 55-yard run, he's carried the ball 3 times since. Got to be in great shape. John Sturgeon with the tackle, number 53 for Foothill. Number 33 coming alive here in this drive. He's had a good game nonetheless. Hatton rolling to his right after the play action. Hit and dropped at the 5. He was stringing out the defense looking for Sousa in the end zone. Sousa was not open. Hatton really had no place to run but to go to the outside. Hit and dropped at the 5. And North will call a timeout. 6:36 to play in a ball game. At its Foothill 20, North High 6. North definitely knocking on the door here on the home turf. Iliadis Field on the campus of North High. We have a 3rd and goal situation from the 5-yard line. Dustin Crowell has been the main ball carrier on this drive. Had a 50-plus yard run. Then has had about 3 runs after that to get the ball into goal line territory for North. But it's a matter of putting it in for the Stars. North High needs more than a field goal in this situation. They need a touchdown. They need a TD. And your question might be, on 4th down, would North go for a field goal or for a touchdown? I really don't know. I don't know what kind of a kicker they have this year. But I think in this situation, North High does need a touchdown. They need a score. Because they're down by 14 right now. Let's see what they call. 3rd and goal from the 5 for North High. Hatton looking over the defense, which is very strung out. Gives the ball to Sousa up the middle. Hayes forward, touchdown, North High! Kenny Sousa with a power move out to the right side. The North offensive line did a great job pushing the defense back. Touchdown set up by some outstanding runs by Dustin Crellin. But North High is on the board. 20-12, the PAT attempt. It's no good. It's off to the right. That's tough because they make that PAT. North High is within 7 points at 20-13. Now North has to score a touchdown and convert the 2 points to tie Foothill. So that's a critical miss for North High School. But at any rate, North High scores their 2nd touchdown of the ball game, and they're down by only 8 points tonight at 20-12. Will North kick the ball deep against Foothill? Will they try it squib? Or will they kick it about midway down there? We will see. North High is not out of this game yet. Plenty of time remaining for the Stars. The defense is in a situation where they have to stop Foothill and try to get the ball back with about 3.5 minutes to go in a ball game. Foothill, like North, is a run-oriented team, and they can use up some of that clock. Of course, you cannot give up a major play to Foothill. Okay, Foothill back to receive. Deep man, Ismail Awarnavis. Standing to the 10-yard line. They kind of squib it. Comes to Garcia. There's a punt returner for them. Gets up to about the 31, goes down. Caleb Smith, conversion on the tack for North High. 1st and 10 for Foothill. 6:23 to play in a ball game at their own 31-yard line. So North High's got to play some D on this possession. They did a good job in the second half. Foothill has not scored yet in the final 2 quarters. Awarnavis the ball carrier. They string him out, gets up to about the 32, 33-yard line. And he stays in bounds as the clock continues to run. Clock at about the 6-minute mark. 2nd and 7 for the Trojans. The North defense has to come up with a stop as LaTroy Higgins comes in to play some offense, replacing Abernavis. Wide to left for Foothill, number 87, Michael Sanders. Myers gives it a Hurd. Powers away to about the 35, but North put up a very good barrage there. At a 3rd and 5 or 6 for Foothill. So an extremely big play for the North defense here. At 3rd and 6 for Foothill. 5:20 to play in the ball game. Foothill 20, North High 12. North will load to have a turnover in this situation. Myers long to his right. He will keep it. Has a first down and more. Knocked out of bounds at the 47-yard line. But a flag is down on the far side. Myers did pick up the first down, but the penalty might be against the Trojans. It was thrown right in front of the Foothill bench. It's clipping against Foothill. So a big break for North and an unfortunate mistake for the Trojans. And maybe that's why the quarterback was able to pick up the first down. Fourth and 6 to play in a ball game, 20-12 in favor of Foothill. Split back formation for the Trojans. Myers exclusively here in the final quarter. Pass picked off by North. Oh my! Number 51, John Everett. He couldn't believe it. The ball came right to him. 5'11", 200-pounder. I thought maybe he had a chance to go to the right, pick up some more garbage. But his first content for the Stars at the Foothill 25-yard line. 4:49 to play. Big turnover. Hatton to Crullen, up the middle. Has some yardage, stays on his feet. To about the 20-yard line goes Dustin Crullen. Renzo Hernandez with a tackle for Foothill.
Move that ball. Let's hear it. Shout it out.
Okay, North High in business. Late in the ball game, 4:23 to play.
Shout it out. Say move that ball.
At the 22-yard line.
Move that ball.
Long count to Crullen. Hit and dropped.
Ball loud. Move that ball.
Dustin Crullen, the ball carrier. And we'll have a 3rd down situation for North, about 3rd and 6. That play didn't necessarily go anywhere. As the clock continues to run here on the closing stages of the ball game. High formation for the Stars behind Hatton. Play action. Pass is complete to number 43 at the 15-yard line. Another nice reception from Justin Waltz. Second good-looking reception for him tonight. He was hit hard, hung into the ball.
Touchdown.
Timeout for a measurement.
Score big red.
As they'll bring the chains in.
Touchdown.
3:34 to go in the ball game.
Score big red. Touchdown.
It's Foothill 20, North High 12.
Score big red.
And we have a measurement.
Touchdown. Touchdown. Score big red.
Look at that shot by Time Warner. First down for North. We have our sideline crew getting the close-ups.
If you like it, say go
First and 10 for the Stars, 3:34 to play in the ball game. And North is on the move at the 15-yard line in Foothill territory. After that interception by Aretz. Hatton audibilizing, giving the play to Sousa and Crellin. Crellin, the ball carrier, off the right side, stays on his feet to about the 6-yard line. Tackled by Aaron Gray and Lorenzo Hernandez. But Crellin knocked them on their derrieres, I would say. Crellin running very hard here in the fourth quarter. Normally you'd think the first game of the year some of these players would be getting tired. Well, maybe some of them are, but he's not. He's played good football all night long. He's played great football in the fourth quarter. Dustin Crellin, the ball carrier, the tailback. Shoots to the ball carrier. Powers his leg. Touchdown, North High. Sosa with a second consecutive touchdown. 20-18. Now North has to connect on the 2-point conversion to tie Foothill. Remember, they missed their last PAT attempt. They were down by 8 points. Now North is down by 2 points. And they had to make it good on this 2-point conversion to tie the game. So Everett had an interception. Seuss for North with a second touchdown here in the fourth quarter. I'll tell you what, they're blowing Foothill's defense back. North exclusively just running the ball and running straight at Foothill, primarily off right tackle. And they're just blowing them off the ball. Kind of surprising. Crellin and Sousa, a couple of good running backs for North High. Good power runners. Crellin has the ability maybe to take it a little deeper into the defense and Sosa. They're both impressive runners. If North can get their passing game in gear, they could be somewhat formidable this year. Have a little bit more balance. Hatton can't throw the ball. They need to work on the time between he and some of the receivers. And you know, it's the first game of the year, and North has improved as this game has progressed. It was 20-6 Foothill at the half. Foothill has not scored in the second half. Third quarter, neither team did too much, but North High is taking advantage of a big turnover by Foothill. North has outplayed the Trojans in the fourth quarter. So the Stars have not given up in this game tonight. Here's a 2-point conversion try for the Stars. Hatton at quarterback. Gives it to the first man, and he's short. I was somewhat surprised that North High tried a running play for the 2-point conversion to Sosa. Well, that play had been working, but Foothill was up to the task, and he basically had nowhere to go. He was stopped short of the goal line. So 2:45 to play, PAT not successful. It's Foothill 20, North High 18. I would have tried in that situation to play action. I would have faked the ball to Sousa or Crellin, and with Hatton's ability to run, I'd roll out. My option, you know, pass the ball into the end zone or run it. Because I think they would set up that play with their effective running they've been having of late. And I thought that was a play that was coming up. I thought it would be a play action, an option. They decided to take it to the same direction. But maybe they went to the well one time too many. Now the North High trying onside kicking the situation. 2:45 to play. Or will they try to kind of squib it downfield to about the 30-yard line? You don't want Armanaris to have any hand on the ball. Hurd's back there at the 32. Garcia at the 25. Bravo at the 34. They squib it. Onside kick. I think it's controlled by the Trojans in North High territory at the 49. Close to midfield. Aaron Gray, who's also a receiver for Foothill, tall, about 6'3", recovering it. So 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the North High 49-yard line. 2:44 on the clock. Good ball game. Foothill 20, North High 18. If you thought it was boring in the second half, it picked up steam in the fourth quarter. Big hit in the backfield on number 20. Ismail Arenavis. They got him before he was able to explode. North High with some good hits in this game. They have really picked it up here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 11 for Foothill. They lost a yard, maybe a yard and a half. Chris Schaefer bringing in the play for the Trojans. 2:15 on the clock. Foothill 20, North 18. Bravo slot left. The ball carrier, Arenavis, goes to the outside. Midfield 45-40. Has the first down. Bumped out of bounds by Myers. Check the number 14 for North. That would be Michael Morrison. Arenavis turns that corner. He just explodes. Fine play by Morrison to knock him off his feet. 1st and 10 for Foothill at the North High 37-yard line. And we are at 2 minutes to play in a ball game. The clock is stopped because Arenavis was bounced out of bounds. Wide to the right for Foothill. Number 3, Chris Schaefer. Split backs. Myers on the keeper. Hit in the backfield and drop. Big play by number 43, Justin Waltz. His second major play tonight defensively. He's had a couple of excellent catches on the offensive side. Look at Justin Waltz, Sousa, Justin Crellin, Hatton. Some of those North High linemen. The Stars have some big play people. That was a major loss for the Trojans. 2nd and 31, 1:24 to play. Fiddle back to their own 49. Ball straight up the middle. North High putting up a roadblock to Myron Hurd Company. North High has really hung tough in this game tonight. They have played hard all the way through. That is a great credit to their coaching staff, headed by Jack O'Brien. Even if they don't win, he has to be very proud of how his team has performed tonight. As they really picked things up in the fourth quarter, it's been the best quarter of the game. Pitch back Arenavis. That's Garcia. Able to get it across the 50 to about the 45-yard line. Clock continues to run at 35 seconds. It is 4th down for Foothill. North High will probably not get the ball back. 4th down. 25 seconds and the clock continues to run. 15, 14, it's still running. Foothill will not try for another play tonight, I'm sure. Two seconds, one, and it's all over. They're going to make him play it out, 1 second to play. Now Foothill will take the 5-yard penalty. 1 second showing on the clock. So it's 4th down. And Foothill in this situation can just sit on the ball. And the game could officially be over. 4th down and 21 for the Trojans. 20-18 in favor of Foothill over North. What a great job the Stars have done to hang in this ball game. They were down 20-6 after the half. Were able to stabilize Foothill's offense in the third quarter and really came alive in a fourth thanks to a long run by Crellin. Myers takes a snap, puts his knee down. That's it. Final score from Elias Field on the campus of North High School. It is Foothill 20 and North High 18. Great game tonight from North High and Bakersfield on a very cool evening. We'll be back with some interviews. Time Warner Cable presents the high school football game of the week on CNN SI Channel 52 exclusively from Time Warner Cable, Bakersfield's local cable company.
Always get the names and addresses of witnesses. Don't rely on busy police to do this for you.
If injured, be sure to have a medical examination. Talk to an experienced lawyer before you talk to the insurance adjusters. If you'd like to know more, call or come by Chain Younger today and pick up your copy of the accident guide.
Chain Younger. When you need us, we'll be there. We have been for over 60 years.
Harold, this tape from Greece doesn't play.
Around the world, there are many different formats for VHS tapes. So if you have problems with a tape from a foreign country, call Time Warner Productions. For $29.95, Time Warner Productions can convert the tape to a format that plays in your home VCR or change your tape to any format from around the world. From quality copies of home videos, large quantity duplications,
Harold, the tape's broken.
or tape repair, Time Warner Productions is your best choice for video services.
Holiday Ford Summer Sale-a-thon is going on now. We have it all, from F-150 work trucks to loaded Lariats like the sleek 50th Anniversary Edition. Need an F-Series Super Duty truck, Explorer, Expedition, or Ranger? We've got them, and with great value for your money. We have it all at Holiday Ford Lincoln Mercury, 1100 East Lerdo Highway in Shafter, 746-6000.
The car you want is just minutes away. Take a short drive to Shafter. Come to Holiday.
Foothill High hangs on for a 20-18 victory over North High tonight from Ely Alice Field on the campus of North High. My brother Dennis Heffernan is with the winning coach, Ned Permenter.
Coach, 1998 debut. How would you assess your team's performance tonight?
Well, it's like any other opener. I thought it was a good game for the fans, tough game for the coaches to survive, but kind of like two different halves. We won the first half, they won the second half, and both teams, you know, did some good things, and both teams did some things we need to work on. So it was a night that we're thankful to come out with a win.
You know, Coach, in the first period, I thought the interception kind of got your team going, especially offensively.
It did.
But I thought the defense really was pretty solid, really the whole game, and maybe a little bit late there in the fourth quarter, maybe a mistake on the interception. But you have to be pretty pleased with the defense.
Well, we were really happy that after everything that went wrong and they were starting to take the play away, we could stop the two-point conversion. That was a critical gut check there, and it's a good win for our young men. And I think we'll learn something from this, that when you get somebody down, you better go for the knockout punch. You know, we had some opportunities, and North didn't let us put them away. That's credit to them. They played good, tough defense. They bend, but they didn't break, and I think our young men learn from now on, when you get an opponent down, you better get all you can get when you can get it, because it may end up coming back the second half and hurting you like it did tonight.
Coach, I thought the running attack was very effective tonight. Ishmael, especially the sophomore tailback, looked very good. How would you assess his performance, and how is he going to contribute this year to you?
Ishmael is a fine young man. He's a great little kid. He's a dynamic kid that can break a game open. He's like any other sophomore. It's going to take him a little while to grasp the system. Sometimes he'll blow a play here and there, but that's to be expected with young kids, and we don't want to rush him ahead of him. But he made some big plays tonight, and he gets down on himself when he makes mistakes, but we have to pat him on the back and say, hey, you know, you're going to make the big plays. You're going to win games for us. I thought right at the end was a key one where we needed a first down. He bounced outside and got the first down. We said that for all intents and purposes, really sealed it for us.
Well, Coach, I also thought your team speed was very effective tonight against North.
It is. It was a factor, and we said that before the game. The one thing that we have in our favor is speed. Let's use it.
Well, congratulations, Coach.
Hey, thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Mark, back to you.
Thank you very much. The final score again tonight, Foothill High 20 and North High 18, as Foothill moves to 1-0 this year, North at 0-1. But as Coach Permenter said, North High won the fourth quarter. I thought they did a great job hanging in there, and North High showed they were in extremely good condition, especially Dustin Crellin, the running back, who had a 60-plus yard run in the fourth quarter instead of one of their touchdowns. Kenny Sosa with back-to-back scores for North High there in the fourth quarter. Ismail Arenavis had a couple of touchdowns for Foothill early in the game. had about a 4-yard run around the right side, followed by a 60-yard jaunt through the North High defense later on, heading to Josh Bankston for North's touchdown in the first half, and Hernandez had a 25-yard interception return for a score for Foothill. It was 20-6 Foothill at the half. Final score, Foothill 20, North High 18. Next week, we have Highland at Centennial on CNN SI, Time Warner Cable Channel 52. And then, of course, we have Bakersfield College football also, besides prep football, during the course of this fall on Time Warner Cable Channel 52. If you'd like a copy of tonight's game, call us at 322-1941, 322-1941. I'm Mark Heffernan. Good night from North High School.